So, we have a new most selling of all time anime film, and in a time where, like, anime sales, manga sales in general haven't been looking all that special, and as a whole media in general has been selling well, at the very least movies have been doing great. Like, we're at a great time for movie sales, not only anime films, but in general movies are doing great, and anime is no exception, because we have a new film that has surpassed all the greats and has become the #1 selling worldwide anime film, surpassing Spirited Away, and that's a big deal. Now, domestically in Japan, it still is the #1, because even though it did amazing in Japan, it still hasn't surpassed everything. I think it's still like #2 or something like that. We'll read the article in a second, but worldwide, it demolished every other anime film. And it's interesting, you got to think immediately you hear that, which film is it? Like, what could possibly do that? And also gets you excited, because when it comes to anime and manga, a good chunk of the time, not every time, but a good chunk of the time, when something is popular, something does well, there's something good about it, and you're gonna enjoy it in some form or another. Again, there's exceptions to the rule. A lot of people hate Fairy Tail, and Fairy Tail does well, but this is totally different. Now, you're probably asking, hey, what fucking film did that? Was it Battle of Gods? Was it the Resurrection of Dragon Ball? Nah, it had to be The Last or Boruto, right? Or was it that slick-ass Film Z or Film Gold from One Piece? Wasn't none of that shit. Honestly, I was like, wow, because you would think initially that it'd be one of the big, brand shonen shit that's gonna just blow everyone's minds away, but it wasn't. It's actually a film, Shinkai's Your Name, and when I've been hearing about this film, I keep on hearing that it did great in China, it did great in Japan, it's breaking records, and now it's worldwide the #1 selling film of all time. And on top of that, because I know myself, and I'm not sponsored to say this, I'm not paid, I'm just really excited. Because again, as I stated, when something sells well with anime and manga, a good chunk of the time, there's something that you will find that you'll enjoy about it. So I've already been hyped up and revved up about this shit to watch it from the get-go. But in North America, we're going to be getting this film in April 7th, I believe, and they're going to have sub and dub options, with the dub, I believe, is going to have actually a whole different audio track that they're gonna specially make. So a lot of cool stuff there. I can't wait. But honestly, I'm really curious why the fuck this film, which again, it could be great or whatever, but what is it about this film that is making it break records like this at a time where, again, some stuff is gonna do well, obviously, like the big shonen brands, for example, as I listed, all the Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto shit, they're gonna do well. But for this film to come out of nowhere, which I heard that the producer behind this, or the director, I can't remember which one, Shinkai, he's actually done some really awesome work before this, for it to explode on this level, that's fucking crazy, and that really actually grabs my interest, and I'm really excited when I hear things like this, because you guys know, just look fucking behind me. I love and I'm very passionate about anime and manga, so when we hear some great news like this that is shattering records and, #1 all time worldwide and shit like that, that's awesome news, and I'm really just excited. I'm like, I gotta see what the fuck is this all about. So let's read the article. I think they got a synopsis of it for the people that aren't aware of this film, and we'll talk some more. Shinkai's Your Name tops Spirited Away as highest grossing anime film worldwide. As of this past week, Makoto Shinkai's Your Name anime film has surpassed Hayao Miyazaki. Ooh, Miyazaki's probably not liking that. I bet anything Miyazaki's gonna have some bad words for this film or this director, and Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away film in worldwide box office earnings. According to the Box Office Mojo website, Shinkai's film has earned a total of $281 million worldwide, beating out Spirited Away's $275 million. And granted, there's still going to be showings worldwide, so I could easily see this passing 300 mil or higher. In Japan, Your Name's domestic gross has yet to beat Spirited Away. As of Sunday, 143 days after it opened in Japan, so it's been quite a while since it's been out, Your Name has earned 23.23 billion yen, about 204 mil, compared to Spirited Away's 30.8 billion yen, about 270 mil, so about 64 million away, which if they re-release it a couple times, it could very well bump it past it. That still makes Your Name the 4th highest grossing anime film in Japan, the 2nd highest grossing Japanese film, and the 2nd highest grossing anime film. And the film is slated to open in 92 countries and territories, including the US, through Funimation in the first quarter of the year. Meaning that just because it did that number doesn't mean that it's going to stop there. It definitely is going to go higher. I imagine 300 plus million sales by the end of this run, with Funimation pushing it and all the other territories pushing it as well. This is fucking insane. And again, I'm hype. I'm glad that anime films at the very least are breaking molds, because this film right here can pave the way for the next generation of anime films that, you know, aren't even necessarily some of the stuff that we particularly watch. If it's something different, then it'll be good. But as I promised, let's read a little bit of the synopsis so we can get a, you know, somewhat idea of what the story is about. The day the stars fell, two lives changed forever. High schoolers Mitsuha and Taki are complete strangers living separate lives, but one night they suddenly switch places. Mitsuha wakes up in Taki's body and he in hers. This bizarre occurrence continues to happen randomly, and the two must adjust their lives around each other, yet somehow it works. They build a connection and communicate by leaving notes, messages, and more importantly, an imprint. When a dazzling comet lights up the night sky, it dawns on them. They want something more from this connection, a chance to meet, an opportunity to truly know each other. Tugging at the string of fate, they try to find a way to each other, but distance isn't the only thing keeping them apart. Is their bond strong enough to face the cruel irony of time, or is their meeting nothing more than a wish upon the stars? Okay, so the premise does sound kind of interesting, that they're swapping bodies multiple times, and it also seems as though there's potentially a way for this to be that one character is like, you know, 100 years in the future, or vice versa. So sounds interesting enough. Honestly, I won't be able to tell if it's a good film or I enjoy it until I watch it, but the premise is enough for me to say, okay, I'm already kind of hyped. And the fact that everyone keeps talking about this film, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of into the hype right now. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, hearing the synopsis, hearing all the hype about it. Are you excited for Your Name? If you've seen Your Name, is it truly worth the hype? Is it worth all the sales, success, and people just being excited for it? Or is it just a fluke? Is it just something that happened to break away into the mainstream and is selling but is not really all that? I'm kind of curious to hear you guys' opinion. And either way, April 7th, I will be going and checking out this film because I gotta know. I gotta know, why is it doing so well? But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.